like a craft beer through a pint glass. These are the gays of our lives. A show where Lisa and Avery get out their gay decoder rings to decipher the gay alphabet and bridge the gap between the older and younger LGBTQ community and everyone fucking else. And now here are your hosts, Lisa and Avery. Don't blame them.
Hey guys, it's Lisa.
And Avery.
And today on The Gays of Our Lives,
we have a very close, dear friend, Arthur Armstrong.
Hi.
And I have to tell you, my favorite thing about Arthur is he's literally the first other trans man that I ever met. And it was like, and then I just decided we were friends and whether he liked it or not.
No, to be fair, he decided they were friends before he met him. I said, there was a trans man at a show up in Muncie I was on, and I think you guys are about the same age. You guys would get along great. And you're like, we'll be friends.
And then I'm like, yeah, we're gonna be friends. And then he came on stage. I'm like, oh my god, and it was cool to see like another trans act, which I even told you that night because I had never seen one. Sorry, now I'm done talking about myself in a way. What's new with you? Are you still doing the comedy thing or?
Well, not really.
Because Be Here Now is not even going on.
Yeah,
anymore.
Be Here Now is not a thing anymore, which sucks. I mean, because that was my main place. Because
yeah.
I live in town and like I don't have a car, so you know. But
So you're not doing it at all?
not right now, no.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. I'm very sad about it.
Yeah, no, that's like I don't know what I would do without.
Right?
Well, honestly, though, then I say that, but then I've been taking my break because I'm trying to get my shit together for top surgery, and you know that takes a lot of getting your shit together when you live in Indiana.
It does.
So
Yeah, I mean, I've taken breaks, but it's not like my hernia surgery and stuff. But I can't just go away from it and not be happy. It makes me happy to be on stage and stuff,
No, I hear you.
and to be able to make other people laugh and maybe even help educate them some.
well,
I
and,
think with my comedy,
well, I mean, I think that's true about any LGBT comedian.
correct.
LGBTQIA plus. Sorry, we'll be politically correct here. But no, I will say that I mean, while we're just on the topic though, like I think like mental health is a big thing when it comes to comedians, and a lot of us kind of have our issues, and I feel like that's one thing I also recognize about Arthur. He is very public and very strong about your struggles and what you go through.
Yeah. No, I try to be because that's the only way we can get people to understand what's going on. Because
Absolutely.
what I have is something that's very. I was diagnosed in January of 2019 with schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type,
Oh my.
and that
What does that mean?
means that I hear voices, and that I go through manic episodes where
Okay.
I'll experience delusions, and it's a ride. Let me tell you.
And I mean, so I guess did you have any sign leading up to that? Because I mean, going through gender dysphoria is already a battle. So did you have like any idea that was kind of what was going on with you?
I didn't want it to be that's what was wrong with me, because for so many years I spent time trying to ignore the voice, because originally it was one voice. At first it was one voice, and I would ignore it, and I thought of it like everybody has this internal voice in their head.
Right.
I just thought mine was really fucking mean. Can I swear?
Yes.
I swear. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
You can.
Okay. Cool.
No one's told us not to yet anyway. So
Okay. Good. I wanted to make sure.
We have our rating.
But
We're okay.
yeah, I just thought mine was really fucking mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with time, it would get worse, and I couldn't block it out anymore, and it would just be there. It was like living with a bully.
oh my god, like in your head,
In
like
your
there's
head,
definitely
you
no
cannot
escaping
get away
it.
from it. It's just
Yeah.
there all the time.
So like it would, and honestly, and I'm just genuinely asking from a curious point, like, so is that like maybe like did that add into your gender dysphoria at all, or like was it
Oh,
just
yeah.
like everything?
That's
then?
what I was going to say.
Everything was affected.
Is that voice more of your mental health just as a person, or did that have anything to do with your dysphoria and being trans?
No,
you think?
it didn't have anything to do with me being trans. It was
Because I know you guys
mainly-
fight with yourself internally with that.
It mainly affected my relationships with people.
Okay.
Because the voice would say negative things like, "This person hates you," this person doesn't like you. They're lying to you. It would just things like that. And it would affect me because at first I would ignore it, but over time it's hard to ignore.
Yeah.
Something's
Yeah.
constantly there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
It's kind
I'm
of like
sure
me,
it-
Avery.
Well, and I'm sure it drives you into isolation and
yeah.
And,
Like what's happened to me now. This is the first time I've actually been out besides a doctor's appointment.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
How long? So like, how long ago was that?
Let's see. It was a gradual thing. It happened to where I couldn't really tell what was wrong with me. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what. And with time, it got harder to block it out because I would be at work
Yeah.
and I would have this voice in my head telling me all these things, and I would have panic attacks at work. I'd have to get up and go to the bathroom, and I'd stay in there for several minutes just trying to collect myself, and then I'd go back to work because I need money. It's a job.
Yeah,
You
Right.
know?
you got to do what you have to
Yeah.
do to survive.
Yeah, and and then eventually it got to the point where I couldn't even concentrate at work, and I lost my job because I couldn't go in anymore. I was so depressed. I stayed at home. It was just I lost everything because of it.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm so sure it's hard to even like find any type of balance and
Oh yeah.
after all that happens. It's just all
Was
constant chaos.
was there a point that voice was telling you that you're not worth it, just to
Oh,
take
yeah.
your own life?
Oh yeah. Constantly. It was constant. And
So it was that kind of voice.
yeah, it was bad. And then as time went on, it would get worse, and I would hear other people's voices, like people I knew. I would hear their voice in my head, and that really scared me because one time I was at work, and this woman I was talking to at work, we were talking about something. I can't remember what it was. I think it was something about marriage of some kind, because I was married and I was divorced, and I heard them say, well, some people just aren't meant to be married. But I didn't see her lips move. So I
Oh.
was like, okay, that's not cool. That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
That's like how ghost stories start.
Yeah, that's.
Like literally that's how it all starts and you're
Yeah.
like, oh.
I was like, whoa, okay. That was when
You
I was like,
so
I
you
need
heard
to
her
see
thought.
somebody. I thought I heard her thoughts.
Oh my goodness.
I thought I heard her. See, that it happened with people I knew all the time, but I didn't recognize it because I wasn't looking people in the face when I would talk to them.
Yeah.
But could she have said that and you not seen her say it? Since
No,
you
he
weren't
was
looking her in the
looking right
face.
at
You
her.
were
I was
looking,
at the
or
time,
you
though.
were that time.
That time, yes. I had started this long journey of building up
Yeah.
myself to where I would look people in the face, and I was looking her in the face, and that it was just wow. I was like, how is that even?
Oh my
It was
gosh.
scary.
I can't even begin because then it's like you know that and like you said you're trying to deny it, but you know that like what you're looking at isn't accurate.
Right.
And that's even and then you can't trust your own eyes and your own brain.
What
So
are you gonna do?
What
have
do you trust?
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. People could have said numerous things to me, and I would have heard something else or something. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Because I would go back and I would say, well, you said this to me, and they were like, no, I didn't say that. I said this,
Oh.
and it would happen to me a lot, and it just got worse as time went on, and I kept ignoring it because I didn't want anything to be wrong with me.
Well, we never do. I mean,
Right.
whether it's mental health, whether it's a woman, I've had women tell me they found a lump, but they're scared to go get a mammogram. No, go get the mammogram because you're
Right.
scared to know what it is.
Yeah.
Or MS and all this stuff. People are scared to find out what it is, but it is so much better to find it out because then you can treat it.
Yeah.
And you're doing better
100%
now.
Oh yeah, because I went to see it after I was okay.
Yeah,
Let me
no, keep
start at
going.
the beginning.
yeah.
I lost my job, so I lost my insurance, and so I had to wait until the end of the year until so I could apply for a hip.
Yeah.
And so once I applied for hip and I got it because I waited instead of them checking up on what my job was before. Because how much you make affects whether or not they'll give it to you.
Okay.
So that's why I waited until the next year, and they say, "Hey, how much have you made this year?" And it's nothing because I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god, and what a rough year. Like that's a whole battle. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
Being
I-
without insurance is scary.
yeah, oh yeah, Oh yeah,
for
especially
even
boys.
in non-trends.
Yeah.
I literally just got insurance 3 days ago. You don't have to tell me. Oh my God, it literally just started at the first of the year.
Well, if I didn't have insurance, I wouldn't be here. Between the MS and the breast cancer, I mean, my infusion today was $85,000 every 6 months.
So you're living,
So yeah,
knowing you have
it.
an active. So man, okay. And I'm just painting this picture and telling me if I have it wrong. So you lose your job, and then you know you have to wait, but then you also know that you are battling this mental disease, and then on top of that, you are also dealing with your gender dysphoria. Were you able to get testosterone during all of this?
Yes, I had.
Okay.
I had a stock up.
Okay.
Because I had the vial. You know, the vials is like a 6-month vial.
Yeah, the 10 milliliter.
Fortunately, I lost my job and was able to get insurance just in time to where that wasn't affected, which was nice.
Yeah, because the battle, like because I
Going
can't
off
imagine,
of it and back on is.
Oh yeah.
the hormone, like because I had to do that. I had to go off it for a very long time, and that was, and I don't, and
It
I'm
wasn't
not,
fun.
Yeah, I couldn't even handle myself, and so to be on top of that, you're already battling yourself, and
Yeah.
I'm genuinely glad you had at least like tea. But then, okay, so again, you're actively battling this inner voice, and you said at one point it was one voice. Did that grow over the last year then?
Well, it started to grow when I was married. It started to get really, really bad.
Married to a man or a woman?
I believe they identified as a man.
Okay.
I'm not sure what they identify as now,
Oh
No,
but
but
because life changes people. So.
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
no,
But
absolutely. At the time,
At the time, they identified as a man.
and you identified as a straight woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's so the voices start growing while you were married, and then if I remember correctly, that wasn't the greatest time for you either.
No.
So on top of that, well, I love you. I just love you. I just want you to know that because I genuinely follow you very hard on Facebook and honestly like everything I follow you on and you are very positive when you talk about it online. Like don't get me wrong, you can admit that you are having a hard day, but you're also very educational, and that's the other reason I'm really glad you're on here because I guess my question is so now you do have insurance.
Yes.
And are you on like a medication? Are you seeing somebody? Like, do you have this?
No, I see.
system?
I see a psychiatrist monthly, and I go to therapy twice a month.
That's awesome.
I am on medication for my moods, and of course the voices and things like that.
Have they quieted down?
Oh God, yeah.
That's good.
That's got to be peace.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine your comedy now? Then
I don't know.
you got to work on that. I mean, it's
I
only you
do.
writing the bits now.
I
You don't have
know.
help. Come on.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
No.
well, they kind of were helping a little bit. Like some of the voices aren't always. They're not
Me.
always negative.
Yeah.
Sometimes they point out funny things, and it's like, oh, that is funny.
That should be a bit.
That should be a bit. I mean, it's happened many times before.
Well, I figured it would make a difference in your comedy because of that. Because things that happen in my life affect my comedy.
Oh yeah.
Same with you. So, I want to go back so our viewers know because not everybody understands. It's not just a gay male or a gay woman who
Right.
realize, hey, I've been in the wrong body this whole time and become trans.
Right.
Sometimes it is cisgender at first, straight, male or female, that are with a man or a woman that realize that this isn't really who I am later on, and they fought it for so long. Did you realize it before you married him
Well,
or felt like it?
I hate saying yes mainly because I prided myself on being so open with my partner, but that was something that I kept.
Well,
from
that's
them
something.
for such a long time.
That's something.
And I do feel bad about it because they were an understanding person. So, I mean, I wasn't comfortable with the idea of it for a long time until one day I just couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, I'm tired of putting on this fake face for everybody.
Was it that you wanted to be the way you're supposed to be, and that's why you kept going with it as a secret?
Yeah.
And living a lie because you didn't want to disappoint him. You
Exactly.
didn't want to disappoint your parents.
I didn't want to disappoint anybody. I have this serious problem with people pleasing. It's so bad that I will sacrifice everything that I have
I get that.
for other people, for the sake of other people. And even if they don't ask for it, I'll do it because that's just how I'm made up. I don't know. I can't help it.
I think that runs with some people. I think like I've been taught to set a lot of boundaries, and if like you know, you and Lisa have that in common, where Lisa has a lot of trouble setting boundaries and what she should give and what she shouldn't. And I could see that with you because you know, on top of that though, I think you're also like, you know, the people pleasing thing does come from a part where you do want that love and affection back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That comes from your heart.
Yeah.
I mean, and same thing with me, because being gay, though, I mean, when I kind of figured it out, I hid it from my mom because she had threatened when I was hanging out with these gay kids back, it was like in the late 80s. So it was way back before the T was even there and wasn't talked about. And she said to me, she said, if you are gay, I'll just kill myself. And I had to live with that. And that worried me because she was my best friend.
Yeah.
So I tried to, and then she sat me and my girlfriend down and was like, I know you two aren't just friends. And I was like, well, please don't kill yourself. You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's the same kind of concept of you just are totally not the person you thought you were.
Yeah.
Or born as, or realized you weren't born in the right body.
Right.
And didn't want to disappoint all these people, so you held it inside for a long time.
Yeah. There was a lot of disappointment that happened when I came out. Some from family, some not. But there are some of my family who are supportive, and I'm totally fine.
But are you a happier person now?
Oh yeah.
Do they see that
I don't think they do.
yet?
They don't see me very often anyway, because
Okay.
I isolate myself. But
Well, you need to change that.
I know. According to my therapist, I need to change that. Yes.
Well, and I think the other thing is like, and this is true about like really when you go through anything, a support system is obviously fundamental. And
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, and that doesn't just go obviously for, you know, even just like the I know I'm going to say this wrong, schizophrenic disorder, bipolar type. Okay.
It goes for everybody.
And I'm saying like, you know, and that's, you know, but even when you isolate yourself, it's like you can't have a lifeline. And I think, and I say this because we've had several guests come on with the semicolon tattoo. And
Yep.
I think that when I see that, I remember my own experiences with those feelings, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't have a support system. And I say that because I want you to know this. You have that from us. I genuinely am not trying to cry right now, and I'm not going to because I'm a man. But
I'm a crier lately.
But
I've been in my
But I
feelings.
think that's an important thing to know, especially when you have those things and you are battling something like that. You have that with us, even if you think you have nothing. And I don't care what voices say to you. You need to have that in your head. And I know there are plenty of other people who have said that to you too.
He doesn't always answer his phone, but I do.
I work 2 jobs, so
Well,
I'll
that-
admit that. But I will call you eventually.
Yeah,
it
no,
just might be
the
middle
next
of the
day
night or
the
3 in
next
the
day.
morning.
But I will. So, but yeah, no, I mean, it's true. You know, almost, I would say 80+% of everybody that we've had on has a semicolon tattoo.
Yeah, well, and
Almost.
well, and even if they don't have the tattoo, we've
But-
talked to a lot of people with those experiences, and
Yeah.
and again, I feel for your experience because I watch it and I try and let you know via Facebook likes and comments all the time that like, hey, I just want you to know I'm watching and I'm here, like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and I think that's really hard to do because you do live in Muncie and you don't have a car, and
Yeah.
and I have a crap car, so you
We
know,
need to get that worked out for you so you can get down here and do some mics.
Yeah.
Because
I would
we
like
have
that.
tons of mics down
or
here that
even
you can
Fort
get on.
Wayne has like a couple mics of their own that are
Yeah.
That's what
decent.
I've heard.
Yeah.
The
And-
Wrigley?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and there's others, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
And,
mean-
and I'm just thinking, so, like, you have 2 cities, like, they're kind of equidistant that you, like, you know what I mean? And I think comedy would be,
You can help people that are going through the same thing. There are others out there that are dealing
Yeah,
with
and
this.
they don't talk about it because
But if you talk about it on stage,
stigmatism, or the stick.
you know, I mean, because he talked about being trans on stage when we first met, and I didn't know. I looked at him and I'm like, look at this cute little dyke. Because
Handsome.
it was cute. Still is cute. For me, I'm not going to. Anyways, the first time we were on stage together, I was like, oh, look at this cute little dyke. And there was like 3 of us in a row. Gay, gay, gay.
Oh, no, for real. The first
At
show
Crackers.
Lisa and I ever did, it was a bisexual girl, me, and then Lisa.
And you were just a lesbian, I believe, identified as a lesbian then, right?
Yeah, at the time.
the first time.
Yeah.
And
But
then-
that was before I was even seeking counseling or anything.
Yeah, and then the next time he comes out with these trans jokes, and we went down to a comedy competition together, and I'm like, I don't understand it, you know. But his jokes, I think, help educate the audience a little bit, and it helps them to understand. Hey, I'm not. There may be only one person in that audience that's dealing with the voices like you, but that one person, you might be able to help them save their life even
Yeah.
by and doing jokes about it and making light of it and saying, you can get better, you can get help.
And I genuinely think you would be a very good advocate for
Yeah.
it. Like you are well spoken.
Thank you.
And I think that and you handle a stage well. And I think that makes you a good advocate. And I genuinely think like you have a lot of power that you can use here, and you need to understand that like you can wield a power.
And you're not easily offended with people like me that
I try not.
accidentally use the wrong name.
It's fine.
But I mean, that is important. People are worried about that, though, using the wrong name or pronoun.
Well, for me, it's all about intention. If you're doing it on purpose, then you're a dick.
Well, yeah.
But if you're genuinely trying, I'm not gonna.
But not everybody's like that.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I mean. That's so you being that
But to
understanding
be
when
fair,
somebody come up and
we've
talk
also
to you
discussed
afterwards.
this too. It's also the experiences you've had. Like obviously, like if you've had people repeatedly use your wrong pronoun on purpose,
True.
that's going to get to you faster.
Yeah.
And I like to think that you've been pretty lucky. I remember because we both had the same experience on voting day, and you like even said like I got called sir 3 times on my way to vote, and I was just like I only got it twice.
I only got it once. I'm like, I'm a she.
That's why you have the pink feathers going.
Right.
Let everybody know.
Your plumage.
My mullet.
Exactly.
Very fond of it.
Oh,
by the
I
way.
love it. It brings me so much joy. I can't stand it. But anyways, not everybody likes it. I do. What?
I don't know that anybody talks crap about your mullet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a well kept mullet.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Like, literally,
it's glorious.
Her mullet gets groomed more than her dogs do.
That's true.
Wow.
That's not a. That's. Thanks for making me feel like a piece of shit dog owner.
That wasn't my intention.
Well, I do now.
I just meant your favorite pet just happens to live on your head.
No, I love my babies, but one of them has a mohawk like me, at least.
You don't have a mohawk.
I got a
That's
mohawk.
tell me you don't have
I got a mohawk.
Oh
Mohawk.
We've
That's
completely gone off topic here.
okay. Yes. Anyways, let's do a mullet with you. I can see a mullet or a
You
rat
don't-
tail.
You do not have
Ooh,
to
I
agree
can
to
see a rat
anything you
tail.
don't want to.
A gingy
You
rat
do not-
tail.
You do not have to agree to
I can
anything
see
you don't
it.
want
I
to
can.
do.
Oh, I can see it. I can see a rat tail, braided. Oh yeah,
Do it.
Oh,
Don't do it.
yeah.
You're above that.
that's sexy.
You're above that.
That's sexy, Lau. How you
don't-
doing? I'm single.
It's okay. I keep stealing haircuts from the cast of 13 Reasons Why, so I'm not even kidding. I showed them a picture of I can't remember the tall Asian guy, the basketball player's name, but I literally showed this is what I want my hair to look like, and I didn't style it today, but like that's what I went for.
I cut my own hair
You cut your own hair?
Yeah.
How do you accomplish this?
very carefully.
Do you have a, do you have a Floby?
I just-
That would.
What's a Floby?
Do you know what a Floby is?
No.
Oh, young kids. Okay, so it was this. It was as seen on TV. It was a Floby. It's a plastic thing, and it was like a vacuum on the end, but it had clippers. And you just did this, and
That
it pulled
just
it
seems
up.
like a dangerous 80s
No,
product.
And everything was level because it pulled it up the exact length, and you just went like this, and it just trimmed
Yeah,
it
but
off.
you don't want everything to be level. Look, his
That's
hair has
how
layers
it
and
was
character.
back then.
I'm just saying his hair
was just
has
a
layers and
Floby.
character. It's clearly
Just
not
a Floby. But just leave the rat tail. You could do
You
this.
do not need a rat tail.
Ignore him.
That is not
He
a
doesn't know what he's
characteristic
talking
you need.
about.
You have plenty going for you. You do not need to grow some ridiculous hair.
Ginger rat tail would be sexy.
Why do you have to throw ginger in front of it? It even
'Cause
feels
it-
like a slur when you put it in front of
No.
rat tail.
No.
It's not just any rat tail.
It's a ginger rat tail, which makes it even better. I love
just
gingers.
disagree.
Gingers are my favorite. I'm a ginge.
You can't tell.
No, not nowadays. Not since it fell out from chemo, but you can. Never mind.
What are you talking about? You have a full head of hair right now.
Well, I'm not talking about there. It's the only place you can tell if I let it grow.
Like nobody ever.
We'll ever see it. You are correct.
Do you have
Nobody-
gray hairs coming in?
Down there or up
No,
here?
but-
Yeah, oh yeah, right there. I'm 45. Yes, I have gray hairs. And you are my podcast partner. Do you expect me not to have gray hairs?
I had some
Even
white
I have
hairs.
gray hairs.
Well,
Do you have
I'm your
gray hairs?
podcast partner.
But you're ginger, so those will be hidden forever. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't tell right now. It just looks like you have like lighter wisps.
They're just one or two hairs.
You have one or two. I have like my fiance is constantly telling me, "Oh my God, you have a new patch." Like, how do you?
You
only
can
have
see
one or two?
mine mainly on the side where it's still dark. Back here, it blends in because the pink covers them. Hey guys, it's Lisa with The Gaze of Our Lives, and this week's episode is sponsored by my own CBD line through Denver CBD. It's actually the first one in town here that has vitamin D in it, and it's also helping with different causes. The strawberry flavor, 5% goes to cancer support community. The orange flavor, 5% goes to the National MS Society. Use my code Lisa20 and get 20% off your order. Covers them over
Those
usually.
are red tones. I don't have that going in my hair.
See, gingies are better.
I'm just not willing to dye my hair. I like my hair.
Well, that's fine.
I dyed my hair once.
What color was it?
It was multicolored. It was like galaxy pink, purple, and blue.
See,
How did that turn out with that?
It was fucking dope.
Did you have to bleach it first with the red because it's light?
Yeah. I
So
had
you
to-
did?
Yeah.
See,
I
mine's
went
so
to a
dark.
hair salon and
Yeah.
had them do it.
Oh, see that? I mean, see, I made the mistake when I was in high school of I bleached the underside of my hair and dyed it green myself. But when you do it yourself, it washes out very quickly. So then eventually, I just had this like weird, ugly seaweed green.
Like you have a disease on your neck or something?
Yeah, no, it looks well, and then it looks like I was like balding a little bit too because of like how I bleached it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eventually, it grew out, and then I just shaved all my hair off anyway. But I really like I didn't Britney Spears it by any means, but like I definitely cut all my hair off.
I Britney Spears did a couple times before.
Well, I did Justin Bieber. There you go.
You're not a good drama if you don't shave your. I'm just saying they're not gonna make a movie out of you if you don't at least have one like crazy episode where you shaved your hair.
I mean, I've
You
got a
know.
lot of those crazy episodes.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have a whole series you could have. Mine's like a short film, basically, and it's like
jeez.
me going to the grocery store and goofing around. That's my short film. It'd be really good. I would put it up at Cannes.
So where are you in your transition?
I have been on T for over 3 years now.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I am, when I can get the funding, I'm hoping to get top surgery first. Then get my hysterectomy.
Hysterectomy.
Right? Okay. I'm making sure I know terms.
Hersterectomy.
Hysterect. Yes, my hysterectomy.
Well, I think it should be a
Arguably,
hersterectomy
that's
instead
kind
of
of what it is.
hysterectomy.
I mean, that's true.
Oh, that's good.
Oh Lord,
Another Urban Dictionary.
your version of flexing is so irritating.
Because I'm a tool. Okay, I get it.
I love that I don't have to call you names. I literally don't. I look like the friendliest person because you call yourself names all the time.
Well, I'm the one that making fun of myself the best. You know, I might as well do it.
I mean, if
You
anyone's gonna
gotta
do it,
laugh
should-
at yourself.
Oh,
you
you
know?
have to.
You gotta.
But no, hysterectomy. I have a couple Urban Dictionary entries. I should enter that one.
Yeah.
do it.
I will, because
Do
I have
it.
sister.
And then public-
Sister. I'm a sister.
Got it.
I'm a sister to y'all.
Y'all,
Trans people.
y'all.
To y'all. I
God.
don't know. There goes Southside
Indiana
coming out
it
me.
up.
Oh, don't give me your Milwaukee accent all of a sudden. So
I didn't even throw it out.
No, I know yet.
I haven't even touched
You
it.
haven't yet, but so mine comes
I
out every
haven't.
once in a while.
I left Minnesota in the car. I said today I don't need it.
I didn't leave mine in the car. There you go, y'all.
I
So
say
anyways,
y'all all the time.
so you're gonna have your top surgery,
Yep.
your hysterectomy, and are you gonna do bottom surgery?
I'm hoping to, but I'm hoping by the time that it comes around that they'll be better at it. Does that make sense?
No, okay, so
Yeah, we
okay,
just talked
so
about
here's
that.
my thing about that. So like started reading these horror stories, right? Because at
Yeah.
first I'm like, well, hell, I'm on track like in 5 years, but then I started like blood clotting issues, or just because like it could just freaking fall off. That's like a
That
real
would be
thing.
insane if
Or
you're
then,
in the
like-
middle of. Never mind.
And
Yeah.
then that's not even if you're just walking around, your penis falls off. You should genuinely be alarmed.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
but I mean,
don't
think
care-
about in the middle of sex
No,
and it
it's
fell
all-
off in. You're
it-
like, oh, honey, we got to go to the hospital and
It's
get my
literally all
dick
the worst case
removed.
scenario. It is literally all the worst case scenario. What if you're riding a fucking bike?
Who does that? Who rides a bike?
Lisa, just because you don't
That's
ride
what
a
we're
bike
more
doesn't
talking
mean
about.
Right?
Oh
Do
my
you ride a
God.
bike?
I used to,
Do you now?
not anymore.
Okay, there. See?
My stomach can tell you that.
Right?
my
That's
God.
what I'm saying. Who rides a bike? That's what I was talking about. But seriously, think about it. In the heat of the moment, and you're like, oh, honey, I got to go to the bathroom. And you walk away, and you're like, oh, we need to go to the hospital.
My dick
I
just
feel like
fell
the-
My
off.
dick's inside of you, and I'm not there.
the problem is my head goes to that scene in Teeth. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
No.
Don't
I
watch
know
that
what it
movie.
is.
Yeah, I don't watch
I
that
have
movie.
no clue. Sorry, that was.
This girl's vagina has teeth.
Oh, God.
And then this guy tries to rape her, and you can guess what happens to his penis.
Good. As.
So- no, it's a great scene in the movie, but then you
be.
just see it fall out of her. And it's like, because they're in a cave, right? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, like way ago. So like they're just like she stands up in the cave after he's like on the ground dying, and it just falls out of her.
That's hilarious.
And I just one of the most graphic. And then I automatically started researching top surgery, like literally right after that.
Oh man, yeah, I've heard there are horror stories of top surgery and stuff too. Like your nipples could fall off.
Yeah.
My cousin told me that my cousin is also transgender, and me and Simon were just talking. He's like, "You have to take care of your nipples, dude."
Yeah.
Question for both of you. Now, with women with breast cancer, they have tattooed nipples on. They look real.
That's an option.
That's
definitely
and
an
I was
option.
wondering because you're still not going to have feeling after they put them back on, correct?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Correct.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Okay.
You're not gonna.
So, what would be the point in worrying about that extra surgery part and then falling
you're
off
not gonna like my answer.
and spray painting them on? You see what I'm saying, though? Thought.
That's a good option. I know a tattoo guy too. So
Well, no, they do. They
Yeah,
do
but
it.
is he detailed?
No, they do it. I've seen them because of my other breast cancer
you
survivors.
Do have a good tattoo guy.
My other
Give
breast
me your
cancer
tattoo
survivors.
Guy. We'll talk after this.
his
my-
name is Mitch Preston.
Mitch
He's
Preston.
at Underdog's Tattoo Studio in Newcastle, Indiana.
In Newcastle.
Does he do
Indiana.
3D nipples?
I don't
It's
know.
a
I can
specialty
ask.
for sure. These guys that do it, though, I mean, I've seen them because of other breast cancer survivors, and they are real looking.
Allie wants.
But what if she wants to be able to play with them? Okay, I get it.
It's
or
not.
whatever.
It's not about sex. It's just she wants me to have them physically.
Okay, but what if it falls off then?
Well, then yeah, that's when I would
Then
go
you
to that.
have
But that's
then
why
you have a deformed area that you have to try to maybe get a tattoo over. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, then it's tattooing scar tissue. That's literally what
Okay.
it is. Which
I
is
was
painful,
just saying
but
it's a
the whole
thought.
process is
so you don't
freaking
have to
painful.
worry about it falling off.
But also, I would like to think I would take good enough care of my nipples where they wouldn't fall off.
You would hope.
You know, I would hope the same.
But you never know.
the horror stories.
Right,
That's
Oh my
what
gosh,
I like.
right.
The
Yeah,
horror
so-
stories are-
But as far as that goes, so you'll do top surgery, your hysterectomy.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. And then maybe bottom surgery. I have a trans friend that I met that I told you about who's passing. I took forever before I finally got all of his hints. It was like, oh, okay. I have no clue, And I asked him, and he's like, he doesn't have a desire to do bottom surgery, at all.
Well, I mean, some
And
people
that's
don't
how he's
have
comfortable.
That
And
dysphoria.
so, yeah, and I mean, that would be in my idea, if in my head, not having dysphoria. So, mind you, would be the easier way. Presenting as a man is one of the biggest things for both of you. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And the top is definitely a big thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, nobody's really going to see necessarily except for your partner. I mean, it just
at
worries
that
about
point, it's-
the things that you're saying, the issues that come up with the bottom surgery now that
Yeah.
you're reading into. It's like,
No, I mean that's why. I mean honestly,
almost
so
scary just
I
to
have this
leave
joke
it.
with my older brother because his eyes are really bad. So LASIK surgery won't work on him. So the joke is he's waiting for We're just both waiting for technology to improve, basically.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting for technology to
so
improve.
not just to go do it and get it to
Yeah.
have it done.
Yeah.
It's not.
I want it done well.
That's
because if you're gonna be your full self, you want to like be your full self.
is that
Yeah.
the least of your dysphoria though? I mean, if you had to have something done right now, it's probably top.
Yeah.
Dysphoria changes every day.
Yeah, it's true. But
It's
as
a-
of
like, it's
right
an-
now, is it your biggest thing is to present?
Like in this moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be the thing. So
But to
you're
be
not
fair, like I think
good. So you can
testosterone-
wait on it to get better though. You're not going to jump into it and
No, God no. I
because
mean,
of your dysphoria.
But that's about any surgery too, though. Like if you hear it's risky, you want to see other people get good results.
But if your
you know.
dysphoria is that bad, that's what I'm saying.
I don't, but and let me put it this way. I think and I'm not going to say that there are trans men out there with penises who are unhappy because I'm sure that for them, that is a part of their dysphoria that's treated. But I think that for me, if I had all the money in the world, I would still just be holding out on that. I would be waiting for
Yeah.
a good long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at because the top surgery is more likely to be okay, but bottom surgery is really where they're really having problems right now, and I would rather wait it
Well,
out
it's
until
probably
it's
the
better.
newer one of the trans surgeries too that people are studying, and there's probably a lot fewer surgeons studying that.
I mean, but that even goes but that's even true for male to female.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like
that's-
that is like bottom surgery for them. And what it is now is a whole new concept of anything they were dealing with before.
yeah, for sure, for
So
sure.
I mean, and to be fair, I think that's the other thing is I worry that I don't appreciate the fact that being a trans man is just genuinely more accepted, and I mean that because like there are trans women who deal with like being fetishized, and not only that, but then also being scorned because it is harder for them to start blending. Whereas I have had very few problems when it really comes to that.
I believe,
and I'm
yeah,
sure you
I
could
think
probably
you're
say
right.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Also, you are very close to passing. Like honestly, like if I did not know you were like honestly, because someone told me you were trans, and I was looking for the trans guy in the room, and I did not locate you. You went up on stage, like so, like really, like the only reason I know.
I told you about him first. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know him, so it
Yeah.
wasn't until he was on stage. Then he started telling his jokes. I'm like, that's the trans guy here.
Yeah.
I'm like, and he looks great. Like,
Right, yeah.
and I'm like, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I will keep up my testosterone every week. Like, I will be so good.
All right, we've got a couple questions. This is the segment that we call Gays Ask.
All right.
All right. If you could have dinner with anybody alive,
You can say dead or alive
Or
because he's over 10 years old.
okay, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
That's a good question. You know, I don't know. Maybe B. Arthur.
That's an awesome answer.
Okay.
And one that
why?
hasn't been used before.
I gotta ask her what she's got against Betty White.
She just said some things that just.
So,
Gotta ask.
so Betty White's your god
No.
or idol or something.
No, I just gotta know. I'm just
Oh,
nitty.
okay.
That's all that is.
Yeah, he just follows the drama. I get that. That was
you
Sex
know?
in the City drama before Sex in the City. It was the Golden
Right?
Girls.
Well,
I
that's
100%
the
get
problem
that.
with Betty White. Because
Right.
Betty White is fucking hilarious.
Right?
She's amazing.
I love her.
And she's like everybody's weird grandma.
I know. Like when she dies, I think there are going to be more people mourning than there were for Michael Jackson.
I would genuinely go to her funeral and I would join the chorus of "Thank you for being a friend" and
Yes.
shed tears the whole time. Honestly, I might just end up wallowed in a corner and eat a bunch of ice cream and sing "Thank you for being a friend" to myself. But I genuinely will be sad.
I
that
don't think
day.
you'll be by yourself. There's too many of us.
No, I could just totally see
That
Allie
level.
comes home and I'm in the corner with like a huge thing of ice cream. and
Allie
I'm just-
wouldn't get the whole Betty White thing as
Yeah,
much, does she?
Yeah, I mean,
Is she?
well, you know what? I don't know. She's 21, so
That's
a
what I'm
good
saying.
question.
Does she? Does she?
I get because I think everybody's seen reruns of the Golden Girls, but I'm like, well, she hasn't seen Happy Days really. So,
So yeah. So next question.
okay, so we're both Harry Potter fans.
Yes.
I'm out.
Yep, it's okay. You can come back in a couple seconds. So you can genuinely meet any character from Harry Potter.
Ooh.
Who?
Meat?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, you can go on an adventure if you want to. I don't say what you have to do after you meet, but like, there's like but only one character comes to life out of the book.
Oh, no. This is hard.
I know.
Well, my favorite character is McGonagall.
Mhm.
She's hands down just the most badass.
She's the Transfiguration professor.
I was
who
gonna
turns
say,
into a
who?
cat.
Who?
I love her.
That's like and she's seriously badass.
But I kind of want to hang out with Dumbledore.
Oh,
Because
that's
he
good.
is he's so fabulous.
He is like the all wise.
Yes.
Also, like literally the only LGBTQ member that you know of.
Yeah.
By the end of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Mine would be Sirius Black because
Mine would
Oh,
be.
I
Ha-
love Sirius.
that's just who I related to most.
Mine would be Harry because that's the only one I know the name of.
And he'd be like, okay, so just explain this whole goddamn thing to me. That's exactly
Right.
what you'd say the
Well,
minute Harry
okay.
Potter came to life. You'd be like, just explain the whole
Okay,
goddamn
so
thing to me.
Karen from Best Bet,
Yeah.
I have made a deal with her. She wants me to sit down and try to watch it because I've never watched it.
I mean, the books are so much better.
I can't read.
Audiobooks.
Okay, I
And,
can do that.
and the guy who narrates, have you heard the audiobooks?
Which one?
The one
which
with
guy?
Jim.
Jim Dale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is amazing. He does all the voices.
I told
and
her I
he's-
promised I would try. Like she's going to Universal Studios on a trip just
Yeah.
to go to the Harry Potter.
That's where I
thing.
want to get married. In the Great Hall with butterbeer everywhere.
She even did a test on me and it told me I was probably in this school house. If I was in one of the houses, she did a test and she was asking me questions. I'm like, I don't know what any of those are. Let's go with number one. So I didn't know. She's like, please. And I said, okay, I promise I will try to watch them. Or
What house did you end up in?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Is it with an H?
So I'm in Slytherin.
Okay.
Arthur is in.
Hufflepuff.
That's the one I think she said I was in.
I could see you as a Hufflepuff. But to be fair, that's that whole giving thing that we were talking about earlier where you're not good at setting boundaries.
That's why
genuinely
that's
very
why she thought
Hufflepuff.
that. She asked
And I'm an
somebody else.
asshole, so I love my house and I don't give a fuck what people say
Yeah.
about it.
All right, last question. Boxers or briefs?
Ooh, I wear boxer briefs.
Oh, I wear boxer briefs. I get that. You get the comfort and the security.
Yeah.
I do have one more question though.
Okay, because that didn't work because he answered both.
Well, no, it's just, and this is like actually my favorite question that we ask people. If you could be on any reality TV show, ooh, that face, what would it be?
And why?
MasterChef. I love to cook.
Ooh.
MasterChef is one we haven't had, but he yells at you.
You love to cook. You should move to Indy with
He
me.
yells at you unless you tell him not to. There was an episode where somebody was in Hell's Kitchen. He started yelling at them, and they started to have a breakdown because they had problems.
Oh.
And he was like, "Well, tell me that, and I won't." And he didn't the rest of the time. And that was really cool.
Oh, okay. So he pays attention to.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
know why I thought he's such a cruel man that he wouldn't pay attention to mental health. I've also seen him rescue.
He throws it up there for.
Yeah.
for
I've never
rating
seen it.
purposes,
I've
but-
never seen it. We've got you a gift.
Oh, thank
We
you.
got you a fanny pack, and it has
that's dope.
swag in there too from the Gays of Our
Oh,
Lives.
shit.
So you can do that.
I'm excited.
We really greatly appreciate you being on our show.
You guys.
I mean, this was
appreciate you
good. We
guys.
love
So
learning
cool.
from our guest, and you know, our audience is learning. I've learned so much. I've been able to help some people that I never would have been able to help before in real life if we didn't have this show, and I hadn't learned.
Yeah.
I mean, I just helped another person at the bar the other day with their young daughter that just came out as gay, and then she said she thinks she's trans, and they're both cisgender straight people, and they sat and talked to me for an hour, and they said, "Are we doing it right?" And I said, "If you just keep loving on her, you're doing it right. Just keep loving on her."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I love her more than anything. I just don't understand." And I'm like, "You don't have to. Just keep loving on her."
Right.
And I wouldn't have understood it a year ago. I wouldn't have known what to say. I don't know. If she's gay, she's gay. If she's trans, she's trans. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But because of the show. So you have helped me learn some more, and our audience too. And they're learning from this stuff. So we appreciate you on this show greatly.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. You guys let me get out here and talk about it.
Get you out of the house.
Yes.
I mean, well, and then on top of that, like, I do appreciate you being a constant advocate, and
Yeah.
then also like putting your struggles out there, because being vulnerable like that is very hard. And I didn't really realize what I was doing when I came out very publicly as trans. Like, it was all over my Facebook, and I'm like, yes, I'm out. And then I'm like, oh, this just got like a lot more difficult, because then you have to be a good face, and you are a very good face for what you do. You are well spoken, and I genuinely appreciate who you are. Also, I love you. I just had to say it again. I freaking love you,
Thank
Arthur.
you so much.
Thank you, Arthur.
I love you guys too.
If you guys would like to be on our show, you can contact us at www.laughs.life. There's a contact me page, or
you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter,
YouTube.
YouTube, or TikTok. We have 6 now. I always think I'm
Well,
counting to
YouTube
5.
is where they can watch our show, that and Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is like the place to see our show now. But also follow Arthur. Like, genuinely.
What's your handle? Social media.
I can't remember.
To be
Okay.
fair,
We'll
I
post it.
follow him
We'll post it.
on Instagram, and we'll get it shared.
We'll post
But like,
it.
genuinely, like, especially if you're struggling with any type of mental health, if you do have like, you know, if you do need like examples, like, to kind of go forth and like really figure out how to pursue a mental health, I think that Arthur's been well spoken and very well informed with his whole journey.
And we will have links updated on our website. Sorry, the holidays, we haven't got everything updated. We just got another one from somebody to put up. There are links for advocates, different things. What's the
mental health. I mean,
what's the place here in town?
Gender Nexus?
Yes, Gender Nexus. Them, and then the new one that I have to get up that just messaged us. So there are links on there for you. If you want to be on those, the important thing, or if you have questions, or even have a different gays ask question, let us know.
Thank you.
This has been Gays of Our Lives. Make sure to check out the Gays online at www.laughs.life.